All right, let's come back to order. Many of you have had the opportunity to meet David Harpool over the last year or so. As he's come to the college, you know that he's began our competitive speech and debate team. But one thing you may not know is he has significant long-term experience with online and graduate programming. And so starting last year, he was nice enough to take up the call and expand his job responsibilities here at Newberry College. And it's just amazing to see what's been going on. So I know you've had lunch. I know your bellies are full. Mine are too. We're going to give you a little bit of time to sit here and let your food digest before we go back into our breakout sessions and allow David to come up here and talk a little bit about some of the awesome things that are going on in the online graduate environment. David, thank you for all your hard work.
When they say lots of experience, they're polite way of saying I'm old. And I have spent a lot of time in higher ed, and our online and graduate, let me just talk a little bit about it. Let me start with my normal premise. If you don't want anything to do with online, that's fine. You won't ever have to do it, okay? Because I know there's just some people that's just not their thing, and I get it. That's fine. It takes a lot of us to operate. What we do know, we just got another report out today, that the growth at most colleges is coming in online, and it's kind of amazing how well it's a tribute to you and tribute to our admissions department that we're growing on campus too. So let me just start off by reminding you we have a four-fold strategy for online. This was written before I got here, but it seems to be working. One is we have an online division that offers programs in 8-week format to primarily working students and working adults. These are people who say to us, we're never coming to your campus in terms of living on campus. We're not that age, or it doesn't fit our lives. And we want an online degree either out of necessity or desire. And that's called the online division. Then within each of your divisions, academic divisions, your departments, you offer online courses. And those courses are to meet the needs of residential students who want a course online or need a course to fit within their schedule, or might be doing some type of practicum or externship or experience that needed. And so those are online courses as well. The third one, Arise, which is an outside group that provides courses to us for special programs that we wouldn't otherwise be able to offer. And then finally, something that's not here but coming very soon is we'll be doing more hybrid with the graduate program, where there'll be some students who will participate in the online version of the course, but it'll be in a classroom and it'll be facilitated. And that's to meet the needs of our international students, some of our athlete students, and students who just prefer that. So right now we have a four-fold strategy for online. The good news is that the online side of that is the 8-week course for working students and adults, is growing really well. Our graduate population, starting as of today, I just looked, we have 45 graduate students. That's compared with 21 a year ago, basically. I'm talking head count now. And we have 60 undergraduate head count. In credit hours, that translates into 225 credit hours and 285 on the undergraduate. Why do you care about that? Well, that basically references the $600,000 revenue that will be pushed to the bottom line after expenses that will go to pay for other things, largely on-ground residential things. And so it's working the way we want. We have a roughly 150% growth in the graduate credit hours and a 94% growth in undergraduate credit hours in the year. And this has nothing to do with me. This is because of Charlie and Kay and Bill. I don't think Jackie's here, but she'll be here tomorrow. They're the ones who really have done all the work. And there have been mistakes, missteps, plain old screw ups, some places where we've had to put duct tape on to make things work. Though I own all those. Those are my fault. Those are things I didn't see or know or understand or ask the right question. But I couldn't be happier with Charlie K, Bill, and Jackie in terms of the 150% growth in credit hours on graduate and the 94% growth. Some of you just completed, in fact, 25 of you or more, 26 maybe, just completed a training course on teaching online. And we're starting our next 8-week course on September 11th. We'll send out a reminder. Basically, what we've committed to is if you want to teach online, you either need to take this course or have something in your experience that's similar. And the reason we're pushing this so hard is, let's just be completely honest, Sid referenced it this morning. E-learning as a platform is not the most intuitive platform that's ever been created in the Wolf Den. In fact, if you listed them from 1 to 50, it would probably be somewhere near the bottom in terms of intuitiveness, functionality, but it is what we have right now. Doesn't mean we won't look at something different, and certainly as we grow, we will have to, but that's why we've encouraged it. So we'll send out another email for those of you who want to sign up to get trained. There is a $200 stipend for those of you who complete the training. Okay, so that's online and that's graduate. I'll take questions on that in a second, but I wanted to talk about a couple other topics real quick. The second area I have some responsibility in is now marketing. And you've seen the posters over here which are part of our Lives Changed campaign. Well, we're looking for 50 graduate alumni stories of people who came to Newberry and it changed their life. We could do 500, but we're looking for 50. So if you look over and you say, hey, how come our discipline's not recommended? We change lives. The answer is yes, you do. And we need those names of students that you think might be willing to be a part of this campaign about how their life was changed by Newberry. Don't care if they're recent or if they're a decade ago, but we'd like to have them and we won't get them without you. So a year from now, when we have those posters all over the room, if your discipline's not represented, it'll be because no one gave us the names of the people from your discipline. I want to do every single discipline. We're also going to do a similar campaign featuring faculty and who you are as people and what your interests are and why you teach at Newberry. And we'll send out that solicitation soon. Number two, we've begun the long work to improve the website. You will already see on the website some videos that we've never had before. You'll begin to see some renaming of sections where it's more towards what students are looking for. And so you'll begin to see more of that. Number three, we built in, and the reason I haven't given you handouts for all this is because you got so much being thrown at you, but we'll send out an email to you. We have a new process for you to request marketing materials so that there's actually a ticket and a number, and I can track our service side of the marketing department. We also will be announcing very soon a self-help process where you can create your own posters and brochures and announcements for meetings that'll have all the Newberry logo and it'll be in the right color and font and size, but you'll be able to create it quickly and instantly. And then finally, the other project we're doing in marketing is we're creating microsites. And we've got an education one and a pre-law one going right now, where we basically are trying to do two things. Inform students about what pre-law and education degrees are like, but secondly, why Newberry? And so they become what we call lead generation sites. So rather than us paying an outside firm to go out and advertise, as students come to us and find us because they're out searching. And then whenever we get those organic students coming to us, they're more likely to choose us. So if you have a discipline or a degree or a program that you'd like to have a microsite for, we need just to talk about it, put it in the order, and we will do that. But in that area, the marketing has really done some nice work. Posters, some of them, these will be used as posters. They'll be used as social media postings. They'll be used as banner at the airport where we have banners, and eventually they'll be around campus. And I want to thank Russell and Jay and Marshall and Alon for that. Again, they've done a phenomenal job. If we're not responsive, it's probably something I've done, so you need to contact me directly. Third, speech and debate. I just wanted to note, I got a lot of help in recruiting students. I went to 7 high school tournaments and judged. We hosted the state tournament. I did an personal email to 195 coaches of programs that are ranked nationally, and it worked. And what we ended up doing is getting 2 nursing students, 2 pre-med students, 4 teacher education students, 2 psychology students, 2 political science students, 2 pre-engineering students, 2 biology students, 1 art student, 1 communication, sports communication, 3 digital marketing, 1 pre-law, 1 forest and environmental management, 4 communication, public relations and advertising, 2 criminal justice, 1 pre-physical therapy, and 1 pre-veterinary studies. So I tell you that so that you'll know these are not my students. These are your students in your majors. They're just participating in speech and debate. And how speech and debate works is we compete in 3 types of events: public speaking, oral interpretation, and debate. Now, this is in addition to the phenomenal work that Pat and his group do in speech and theater. This is the competitive speaking side of it, and they do the speech and theater side, and Pat's been a terrific partner. In fact, thanks to Pat's connection, we're bringing the state Speech and Theater Association state championships to the campus this year for colleges. So I thank Pat for that. He's been a great supporter. And also, Pat's going to help coach the oral interp because that's not my thing. And I appreciate Pat doing that. And so we will be traveling to about 7 tournaments in an academic year, maybe 8. Unlike sports, there's 1 conference for all size schools. So we will be meeting whoever we meet during rounds. My own personal experiences was we had Yale in the semis and Harvard in the finals, and we'll have them. And I can't wait for our students to compete on that level. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm teaching, if you have students interested on day 1 who aren't in it, I'm teaching 2 sections of Introduction to Competitive Speech and Debate, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. I'm teaching 1 section of Advanced Competitive Speech and Debate, a couple of returning students from last year. And I'm teaching 1 section of Public Speaking over at the Newberry Academy as a dual enrolled course. So there's opportunities for them to get involved if they want to. And finally, we might be hosting the state high school debate tournament again. That meeting's not till next week, and I don't know whether we're getting orange twisted again or not. But if we do, Pat and I will be asking for judges. And so speech and debates are going well. The only thing else I want to say about it is you probably have an activity at least as valuable as speech and debate that maybe you see, but we just can't seem to attract students. I am willing to sit down with any of you and walk you through the exact marketing plan we put together, and marketing is a big word for it. The acts we did to recruit students, and be happy to help you, any of your programs do it so that we can attract more students. Last and finally, I am the general counsel. If you see something that you think a legal counsel needs to know, send me an email or give me a call. But thank you again for all your help with the online and graduate. I know it's at times it's just flat painful. And thank you again for all your help with building the speech and debate program, and looking forward to having those students on campus. Thanks. Any questions? Yeah, that was kind of an emergency fire department meeting because people were having so much trouble just getting sort of walked in. This 8-week course is really intensive. Some of you know, miserably intensive. Some of you would say unnecessarily miserably intensive. But it is beautiful when our students come. And it makes you, A, understand walked in, B, understand the difference between providing content and curating content, which is the difference between on-ground and online learning. And it teaches you walked in to an extent that you probably don't know it, and it's worth $200. So that's the biggest sales pitch I got right there. And when I say it's painful, it's not because we want it to be painful, but truthfully, the combination makes it painful. It is. Other questions? Anyone? Okay, thank you.
All right, breakout session 2.